How to add a question to a quiz, Part 2. This video is Part 2 of our 3-part series on adding a question to a quiz. If you haven't watched Part 1 yet, we advise you to click on the link on screen or locate the link in the description. In the last video, we demonstrated how to add, edit, and delete a question. In this video, we will demonstrate how to 1. Add a question from the question bank, and 2. Add a random question. Let's get started. On the questions page, click on the Add button and select the option to add from question bank. A pop-up window of the question bank for the current quiz will appear. Remember, this window only reveals the question bank for the quiz that you are currently working on. More often than not, we are not looking to add a question that belongs to the question bank for the quiz that we are already on. So to select a question from other question banks, click on Switch Bank. In the question bank selection window, you will be able to select the question banks in the course that you are working on, and your recently viewed question banks across all of your courses. These are the two options that you will be predominantly using. There is also the option to search for question banks by name. Let's proceed by selecting the system shared question bank for this course. The first thing we need to understand is the question bank filter. The filter allows you to narrow your search to questions belonging to a particular category. The filter will most likely be calibrated to the default for your course. In this case, the filter is set to only show questions belonging to the category default for SBX 008. The questions for the category will appear under the filter block. To access questions belonging to a different category, simply open up the drop-down menu in the filter block and select the category. There will be a list of all categories belonging to the system shared question bank. Once you have selected your category, click on the Apply Filters button. The questions will appear under the filter block. From there, you can select your questions using the checkboxes and then click on Add Selected Questions to the quiz. You can also click on the plus icon attached to a question to add that question to a quiz directly. This option only allows you to add one question. Note that the questions may take up more than one page. The page selection controls will be an indication of this. The checkbox at the very top allows you to select all questions on a page. And no, you cannot select from 2 pages at the same time. Now let's select some questions using the checkboxes and add them to the quiz. Our questions have now been added. Now let's add a random question. Click on the Add button and select the option to add a random question. This option works similar to the Add from Question Bank option. Go to the category you want to select questions from. Then go to the bottom of the list of questions and select the number of random questions you want to add. Finally, click on Add Random Question. Our questions have now been added. The random questions will be represented by a dice icon. Remember that these are not fixed and that these questions will be randomized for each student. That's it. Now you can add a question from the question bank and add a random question. Click on the video on screen to watch Part 3.